Reigning in light, balance. What is balance? How do we find balance? Once we find it, how do we maintain it? Balance, a major component and a key to peace. How do we turn the key when there is so much happening outside of ourselves and even more inside? How do we get to balance when standing in the eye of a storm or when a storm is brewing? We first slow down. We become aware of our speed. We hit cruise control. Here, we will be able to listen to and see the messages that are on our path. If we've been accustomed to speeding, we may have gotten used to missing messages. If the messages are there, we no longer have to miss them. Let's take moments to breathe. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Here, it's okay to give your body a few stretches. Relax your shoulders, relax your jawline. Uncross your legs, your hands. Unclench your fists. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. We'll breathe in all that we want from this moment. We'll breathe in balance. We will breathe in peace. We will breathe in light, the light that shines, and the light that is not heavy. We will breathe out imbalance. We will breathe out miscommunications. We will breathe out mixed messages. We will breathe out dark. We will breathe out heavy. Here, we will become light and almost weightless so that we are able to find balance. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. We'll slowly begin to awaken our bodies with our eyes remaining gently closed. Tap into your body's energy sources. Tap into your chakras by gently rubbing them. Rub your root. Rub your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and adjust your crown. Deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Now we are ready to continue the pursuit of balance. At this very moment, there's a thought that crosses the mind of someone merely existing, someone sleepwalking, someone living and operating in robot mode. This is not living. Balance is where the living begins. Living is a challenge. Living is rare. Balance allows our body, mind, and spirit to become in sync. Since the beginning of our time, at least, we've been seeking balance. just as the yin and the yang. As babies, we would cry to have our needs met. We would cry to manipulate the world around us. Growing into childhood, an earliest memory may be sitting on a seesaw. Another person sitting on the other end, up and down, pendulum in the center, attempting to find balance. The same as the center inside of you now. Where is it? Where is your balance? Up and down. Up and down life went. Up and down life continues to go. With the idea of balance being tangible, we can do this in a safe, healthy, productive way that's filled with light. If adulting is challenging, let's look at the ways that we employed different skills in childhood. Let's look at letting things be versus letting things go. When we were children, we understood very clearly to let something be. That bumblebee is right there, let it be. It may not sting you. If that's dangerous, it may burn you, we'll let it be. Letting go is hard. We can all agree. We've been trying it for many moons. Hasn't happened. It allows weight to be placed on our shoulders. So in order to drop the weight, we look to letting things be. The same is true for forgiveness. Forgiveness has been more than a challenge. It isn't something that comes easy. So we look to acceptance. We accept what was. We accept what is. Even in all of its unfortunates, we allow it to give us building blocks for tomorrow. Within acceptance, we're giving peace to things, we're giving peace to others, and this will translate into peace inside of ourselves. Balance. We realize that we no longer have to carry the weights of yesterday or yesteryears. As long as we are living, there will be losses and many times unfortunate ones. What we cannot lose, even when we feel like throwing it all away, is our spirit. How do we put down weights of pain, weights of trauma, weights of things that were done to us, things that were taken from us? What do we do with all of that? We put down these weights and we put them down very carefully. We put them down very gently. We gently set them down. We will begin to soar to new heights once these weights are lifted. We'll take the weights from yesterday and see them almost as bricks. Bricks that have been thrown, bricks that we've thrown. We'll take these bricks now and we'll lay a foundation for tomorrow. These bricks are something that we can now stand upon. We can stand upon as growth. We can stand upon these bricks as learning lessons. All of these lessons will add to our truth. They will add to our most authentic self, which is where we want to be. These bricks will allow us to find balance and to maintain balance. If we are now in pursuit of balance, we are now present for this balance and with the understanding and patience of using what we had yesterday for tomorrow. This is the way that we find ourselves present. Today, we will build our foundation high enough to stand on. We will be able to look at the gifts that life has provided us. As we build this new foundation, we realize that we can create spaces for who should be there. Meanwhile, leaving zero room for those things and people who no longer belong there. Balance understanding that storms will come. Storms do not always come to wreak havoc. Most storms will come to clear our paths. Here, we have to choose. We have to choose to take the path that's lying in front of us or take a different path. Balance. Balance seeks complete surrender. In surrender, you surrender to yourself. You surrender to your spirit. You surrender to your higher power, which is your spirit. In order to surrender, we must first have the willingness to be unafraid. Being unafraid, just as a swimmer gives trust to the water, knowing that they can float as long as they don't panic. Balance. We must be prepared to lose many things in order to gain everything. Balance. That everything is your spirit, just as the yin and the yang, light and dark, wet and dry, happy, sad, sun and moon, all are balance. Balance. We are balance. Allow ourselves to seek what we like to find. Seek truth. Seek balance. Seek reigning in light.